from Nottingham, England, the Praying Mantis, Omari Grant.
The Praying Mantis. I love it.
Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the postbags in his plan.
This is awesome.
Mike, I used to play this for my son on the guitar.
Yeah.
Postman back when he was a little boy. I used to play it. Crazy.
He is an advocate for the community, actively involved in giving back. His father will be in his corner tonight. His father inspired by Marvin Hagler. He said, that was my dad's favorite. That's how I like to fight. My dad is my greatest influence, along with the marvelous one, Marvin Hagler, and music. And you can see the music, a big part of his entrance here tonight.
And he wants to celebrate he's got a baby on the way,
Yes.
not far too much.
Yep. January
Omari
6th.
Messiah.
Yep.
So he wants to win tonight, but he comes in with all the comedic and the songs and the post. He's going to be a better fighter than that.
No question, no question. Daughter Amelia Grace, age 7, will have a little brother
I've just been told by the
first of the year.
referee she's 4 2-minute rounds.
Because of them both being in a situation of it being their first professional
There you
combat competition. And it is on the side of Fury because 8-0 in pro gloved is Omari Grant. But if one man has not had a professional combat competition of any type, Tom and Paul, then it is under the sanctioned rules 4 2-minute rounds. Our tail of the tape for this light heavyweight matchup brought to you by BoxRec, Bare Knuckle Fighting's official record keeper. 36-year-old Grant against 22-year-old Marshall Furey. Fury's taller, but the reach is identical. Once again, Ricky Wright.
Live from Leeds, BKB presents 4 2-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division and is sponsored by BoxRec, the heartbeat of combat sports data. Introducing first in the blue corner, wearing the black and orange, weighing in at 167.2 pounds. Tonight he makes his debut from right here in Leeds, England, Marshall, the Matrix Furey. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the red with the black trim, weighing in at 166.6 pounds. He is also making his debut from Nottingham, England, the Praying Mantis, Omari Grant. And your referee in charge of the action, Ian John Lewis.
Ian John Lewis, our referee for this matchup, contracted at 169 pounds. One week's notice for Omari Grant. Here we go. The Praying Mantis in the red trunks with the black trim, black and orange for the Matrix, Marshall Furey. He said his confidence, did Marshall Furey, comes from his amateur pedigree, and a good one indeed. National championships, gold medalist, Lonsdale Box Club gold medalist. He lit it up with a 28-2 record as an amateur. His first professional battle here tonight without the gloves to add to it.
And I think he's in his career as a boxer, he's been doubted by people, and his driving force, he wants to prove everybody wrong.
Yep.
That's a great driving force anyway.
It is, and you can see he's come from boxing. You can see the way he's holding himself. You can see, but he's also a little bit relaxed and a little bit leaning forward over the front foot, able to be countered. And you've got to be careful, as we've said, without these gloves on. Yes, his bare knuckle shots. Any shot is enough.
Said I'm going to be on my toes, in and out, nice and long.
You can see he's got decent footwork as well, Mike.
That's the key, yeah.
Good footwork, good base.
It's interesting, Mike and I have talked about it before, where all the power comes from your ability and your footwork. If you get the stance right, all the power comes from that.
That old saying, the foundations of a house, the stronger the foundations, the better the footwork, the more powerful the shots will be.
There you go.
That's one of my favorite boxers and boxing coaches, the Southie. Peter Welch always says, smart feet, smart fighter.
There you go.
He has an accent like you guys.
He does.
Yeah. See, I don't have an accent. I guess I have the accent here, right? 2-minute rounds go by quickly, 4x2. Professional combat debut for Fury.
Not many punches thrown, though.
No, good feeling out.
Feeling out. How difficult is it, though, when you come into a fight late? Or does it help you because nobody expects anything, you've got nothing to lose?
It could help you because your opponent is so fixated on the initial opponent that has had to pull out, that you've taken the place of. I've seen it a few times. I watched it recently in the PFL. A fighter from who trains in the gym where we train in the PFL. He had to switch of opponent, and he was that focused on the original opponent. He ended up losing on points to the stand-in because you prepare diligently for the one style, the one fight, and then it changes completely, and it could be a southpaw, it could be totally different to what you prepared for. That's why in the fight game, it's always better to just always be ready.
Yeah.
And it's easier said than done, don't get me wrong.
For any eventuality.
For any eventuality.
And Grant was very positive in the short notice. Much to your guys' point, he said, short notice feels like my destiny. This is 11 years in the making. Round number 2. Omari Grant, 36 years old, fighting out of Nottingham. He is in the red with the black trim. Leeds own Marshall Fleury in the black and orange trunks.
Omari Grant going to the body there.
Good stuff from
Nice
Omari
to see,
Grant.
yeah.
And he got in and he got out.
Yeah, good variety as well. Head and body, left hand, right hand as well.
8-0 in 2017 and 2018 with the gloves on. Professional fights, all 4 rounders, all 8 wins by points or decision. But he does have that experience. And of course, the amateur pedigree has been showcased already by his opponent, Marshall Furey.
You know what stands out already with Omari Grant? His head movement.
Yeah.
As the punches are thrown, his head movement gets him out of range and out of trouble.
I think
Big swing.
Sorry, Mike, I think he judges the distance well whenever Fury's throwing. He's just leaning back a little bit. That landed, but he's usually been good at just slipping out of range, just leaning back a little bit out of distance and then coming back with his own counters.
Yep.
That's the Trigon, though. If they get you in the corner, you can't get out.
I was thinking the same
So
thing.
narrow, yeah.
And if you haven't been in the Trigon before, when you do get in there, you realize how truly small it is, the smallest surface in combat sports. And we saw a moment ago Omari Grant kind of relaxed in that corner. That can really get you in trouble. But if you haven't been in those corners before, Paul, you don't know how bad it can get.
You're not to know.
Yep.
That's when you know you're in trouble, though, when you get in a Trigon and it's actually smaller than it looks.
Yeah.
Most rings are bigger than they look.
No hiding
The
place.
Trigon is smaller.
We had a super heavyweight fight on the last card. Nearly 700 pounds of fighter inside the Mighty Trigon. Overhand right late in round number 2 by Fury.
But he's not affecting anything because the wonderful feet are getting Grant out of trouble all the time.
Yep.
What he's got to do is be a little more aggressive with the punches, though, Grant.
Yeah, especially when he counted then. You saw he's got a good shot selection, good variety of punches, so I'd like to see a bit more of that.
Mike, I saw him at the weigh-in, and he was with his dad, and he was rubbing his knees, and he looked in pain. And I asked him what he was doing, Omari. He went, my opponent's looking, I'm trying to get inside his head. Nothing wrong with him. Every which way.
What's interesting, Fury says slick boxer, smart, strategic, and composed. Omari Grant says, wild, unpredictable, and aggressive. A true clash of styles.
He looks so relaxed as well, Omari Grant.
Does,
so relaxed. We see that though all the time. Kidology, don't we? We see it.
Oh, yeah.
I remember warming up to fight a journeyman in like me third or fourth fight, and there was big bangs coming from the squash court when he was warming up the pads on the mitts. And one of my friends went and popped his head in, and his coach was sitting there banging his hands together, shouting, "Oh, good shot!" Like just I'm sitting there worrying in the other squash court, thinking this guy's hitting the pads really hard.
Yeah, good trainers can make you look really good.
Yeah.
Was it Gus D'Amato, the great coach, when asked what he was made coach of the century?
Yep.
And they said, how have you done it? He said, great fighters make great coaches.
There you go.
Yep.
Oh, good shot there from Omari Grant. Nice left hook as they both pulled out of range.
Neither fighter running away with this. And keep in mind, these are 2-minute rounds, and we are in the third of 4 rounds. Good jab a moment ago landed.
A few times, though, Omari's thrown that jab, and it's been good, but he hasn't worked off the jab.
Right.
Honestly, I'm impressed by Omari Grant tonight. I think he looks to me like he would be difficult to beat.
Because of the movement, head
movement, you
foot
can't land
movement,
clean.
yeah.
He's landing good counters himself.
Somebody once said if they can't see you, they can't hit you.
Yep, and you can see the damage on the right eye of Furey now.
Omari Grant, as Tom alluded to earlier, has a spiritual confidence because many have told him over the years he wouldn't reach this position, but he did it his way, and here he is tonight, looking for a win in his professional bare knuckle debut.
He's starting to throw some haymakers, though, Marshall Furey. I'm not so sure that's his best tactic against somebody as skillful as Omari Grant.
Yeah, because he's making them miss and he's making them pay as well.
That's exactly my point.
Really good round 3 for the Praying Mantis. They split jabs late. That was the most dominant round by either fighter, agree?
It was a good round there for Omari Grant. As I said, you can see the corner working on the right eye of Furey. It wasn't blood as such. It looked like he may have got a finger in the eye or poked in the eye or something, maybe just a quick shot to it, but they're working on it in the corner, trying to get rid of a bit of the swelling. Well, yeah, I thought that was the most conclusive round there. I agree, Mike.
Who said earlier? I think, Tom, it was Paul Smith, the leader of, the boxing Beatles in Liverpool, of course. I like it. I don't know if it sounds silly again. I said this before, Paul, but I like it. He said, hit him wherever you can. And we saw in that replay, Grant hit him in the shoulder, but it did some work.
Yeah.
Anyway, just hit the target, as I say. You see the right eye there of Furey. You can see he's not comfortable with it.
Fourth and final round, 2 minutes remain. Red with the black trim for Omari Grant. Orange and black for Marshall Furey.
You can see the respect for Omari Grant has gone up in Furey, because Furey's now making it a very untidy fight. He knows he can't outbox Omari Grant.
And it's been pretty close as well, so I think that both fighters will feel like they need this round.
Yep.
Which is accurate.
Yeah.
And we just saw a moment ago a man who needed a knockdown in round number 5 after being knocked down twice in round 1, and he earned himself a split decision. Big swing and a miss
Slip.
by Furey and a slip afterwards. Almost to the midway point of the 4th and final round. And oh, by the way, on 1 week's notice, to be walking in and find out, oh, it's 4x2, not 5x3, huge advantage for Omari Grant.
Very much so. And to be fair, I've got to say, his movement is absolutely excellent. His feet, his upper, his head movement, it's just perfect.
It's been good to watch. I've really enjoyed watching him. And as I say, I always watch fighters thinking, like, how would I beat him? And that would be very difficult to try and beat someone like Omari Grant at the moment, because he's difficult to pin down. There's not a mark on him.
Yeah. That's a good point too, Paul. There is not a mark on him.
And we don't see that in BKB.
Not very often.
We don't see that, do we?
He did say his strengths were his good looks, so he's protecting them.
He's doing a good job of it so far. 15 seconds remain.
Always reminds me of one of those episodes of The Simpsons where bartender Moe's talking about his fight career. He started off as Kid Gorgeous, then Kid Presentable, then Kid Ugly.
And it goes from there. It's this one.
Now
goes the
we
distance.
know how he spends his time.
Absolutely. Yeah, that Simpsons show ended up being, you know, pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
So popular in Britain, Mike.
Yeah.
Homer's
a global hero.
Yeah, here he is. I modelled myself on him.
You know what? I could say a lot, as could Paul, but we respect you because you are our elder. Some of the handiwork. Grant is a showman. Great walk-in, better performance. There's a nice 1-2 by Fury. Fury did land some punches, to say the least. But it was the overall work of Omari Grant which really stood out in this prelim number 3 of the night. Still in the hands of the judges.
Good fight, though.
Working our way to the main card.
To be fair, Omari was so good on his feet, wasn't he? So light. He could have been a ballet dancer. He was that light on his feet.
First thing I noticed about him was how difficult it looked to pin him down, to try and land clean shots on him, and that becomes frustrating then. I think the body language, what we're looking at, will also speak volumes, you know. I think one man will know that he's won and done well, and one is probably doubtful.
Ricky Wright to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 have the bout 38-38. This has been declared a unanimous draw.
Wow. 38-38, a unanimous draw.
2 rounds apiece.
Yep.
We said, didn't we, it was close.
It was very close.
It was
round
close.
one, you could see, round one, you definitely could see going to Marshall Fury.
It is the one where you go, either result you would have taken because it's that close.
So let's do it again. And the next time it'll be 5-3 for Omari Grant coming in on a week's notice. And 22-year-old Marshall Fury